ونستعينه ونستغفر ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. Okay, today's class is a dars. This is the third or fourth lesson. Lesson 4. Abdus-salaam. The fourth lesson dealing with the Arabic language. Just as a quick review, one of the people explained to me, one of the students explained, we didn't go over this. Inna, everybody go with me. Inna al-kalama indana faltastami'. Faltastami'. Lafdun, give it to me. Murakkabun. Mufidun. Okay, qad wudi'. He said that I explained it piece by piece, but I didn't explain it as a complete sentence. So we're going to do that now. But before we do that, I want to make a point. The way this class goes is I'm teaching you a skeleton, giving you a classical skeleton of the text. Well, this is the text actually, but the text is a skeleton of the science. You have to memorize the skeleton. It's an outline, so to speak. And when you come to class, we give you the meat and the bones and the blood and the organs that go with that outline. And the way you keep it is by memorizing the skeleton. So what you have to do at home, you have to do this at home, you have to memorize this text. And it's very easy. All you have to do, I'm giving you line for line. You have a week to come back and memorize it. Okay? But in actuality, you should just sit down and recite this 500 times. The way we used to do it, just to give a class, we had a thing called a lawh. Everybody say a lawh. Lawh is a piece of board, piece of cardboard. And we would write on this lawh certain lines. Let's say 3 lines. Okay? On the other side, this is the front of the board. This is the back. On the other side would be some other writings. Okay? Now from here to here, we might recite this 50 times. And then from here to here, we might recite this 100 times. And then this one, or 75 times. This one right here, we might recite this again 100 times. And then on that last day, we clean this off and write this one right here. And then by the end of, let's say, 4 days, we've recited this 500 times. Do you understand that? Because to say this 100 times, just one line, say, Innal kalama indana faltastami'. Let's do it in 10 times, just to show how little time it takes. Innal kalama indana faltastami'. Lafdun murakkabun mufidun qad wudi'. Innal kalama indana lafdun murakkabun mufidun. Read it. Innal kalama indana faltastami'. Lafdun murakkabun mufidun qad wudi'. Innal kalama indana faltastami'. لفظ مركب مفيد قد وضع إن الكلام عندنا فلتستمع لفظ مركب مفيد قد وضع إن الكلام عندنا فلتستمع لفظ مركب مفيد قد وضع إن الكلام عندنا فلتستمع لفظ مركب مفيد قد وضع إن الكلام عندنا فلتستمع لفظ مركب مفيد قد وضع إن الكلام عندنا فلتستمع لفظ مركب مفيد إن الكلام عندنا فلتستمع لفظ مركب مفيد قد وضع. That's about 50 seconds by my just looking at the clock right there. You said it 10 times, took you 50 seconds. Let's say it takes a minute to say it 10 times. That's in the beginning. As you recite it more, you'll say it even faster. You'll be saying, Inna al-kalam indana faltastami lafdun murakabun mufidun qad wudi'. And you'll be done. And that takes a few seconds. And if you said that, how many, let's say it took a minute to do it 10 times. Let's say how long it's going to take you to do 100 times, 100 minutes, right? 10 minutes? Okay, you see, I'm not good with math, right? So 10 minutes. Oh, I'm thinking a minute. I'm thinking an hour to do it 500 times. Okay, over the course of a week, you can't spend an hour memorizing this to perfection. Because if you say it 500 times, you're not going to forget it. And if you did slightly get confused somehow, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Sheikh. If you did slightly get confused, then when you hear it, it'll come back immediately. So what you have to remember is that you have to spend 10 minutes a day memorizing this. 10 minutes a day. That's all. And then when you come, it'll be very strong in your mind. Okay? Very strong in your mind. It'll stick to you because, you know, it's no benefit to come here and learn and not retain. Okay? Because the purpose for the education is to not only enable the student to get along with by himself without the teacher, but to empower the Muslim Ummah. And by empowering the Muslim Ummah, I mean by that, by making more teachers. If we have more teachers, that facilitates growth. Because you'll keep learning, I'll keep learning, the next people keeps learning, and we all keep teaching each other. But one person, two people, three people can't do it for everyone. So everybody has to pick up their portion of the burden. You know, as they say in the United States, you have your part of the portion of the deficit that you have to pay, right? So you have your portion of this Islamic responsibility, obligation, and that is to pass on knowledge, okay? Now we say, hold on, do you guys agree or disagree?
Yes. Yes, we agree.
Okay. Innal kalama indana faltastami. What this means is, as a sentence, the fact is that speech, or here we're going to call it kalam, because we're using this as a terminology, according to the scholars of grammar, is, so listen up, listen carefully. Okay, so this is what the first line is. It says, the fact is the speech, kalam, or speech or kalam, we call it kalam, according to the scholars of grammar, is, and as it leads you up to that, it tells you, so listen carefully. You understand that? If you have this, I'm going to erase it. Just tell me if you have it.